So, good day guys. We are the group 10 and we're now going to present sinsya na kayo ni Agi ang mga ternary retractors and ang mga tangkiligira. So, ma-present mo yung simple linear regression nga example. So, let's go to the dito na problem. So, ano itong problema? Civil engineers use regression analysis to estimate repair and replacement cost of different types of pipings. The independent variable in their analysis, X, is the diameter of the pipe. So, diameter kung nasa pipe ang atong independent variable in millimeters. Data for a sample of 13 different pipe sizes is shown in the table. So, nakita mo sa table now ng atong ratio, nabod ang atong diameter. So, A, kung button, solve for the regression equation, find out whether it is good prediction equation or not, notes, or C, solve for the coefficient of determination R squared, explain. So, dara na ta. Ilitsa-litsa na ta ni. Kabalo na matatanan no kay nakaagid, naka-quiz ba tagahapon. Kabalo na tatanan og linear regression. Una nga natin x na tayo y, ang xy gitimes na natin ang x ug y, 80 times 6.895 natin 526.4. Muna siya, lara at tatanan from 1 to 13. X times x is just x squared to the max. So, x squared, laray. Y times y squared, laray. Mataw na siyang i-plus ang tanan nga na squared sa atong sumala pa sa atong nakita. So, muna tawag niya nga summation of something, no? Like something, summation of y, i-add na tanan, summation of x. Ang kato ni summation of square, kasabot na, summation sa tong x squared. Summation itong xy. So, summation of square, ss. Muna siya, maka na tong ss. Special scales of summation of xy. So, bira na ta sa ikaduha nga kuan guys. So, sa pagsugod na to aning solve for the regression equation, diara ta. Una ta sa kuan is xy, which is ito na siya naton unsupper relation. Kabalo naman tanong kuan. Summation ra siya sa xy minus summation sa x, summation sa y over n. N is which is 13. So ato na siyang gigamit ang calculator, matik ditso na din ta. Natay is xy nga value nga 2258.173077. So move on ta sa atong SSX. So atong SSX na atong formula. Una na itong ibutang ang summation of x squared. So, katawang ingon no, i-square daan ay i-plus. Ang kanin siyang isa, lahi po siya, i-plus daan ay i-square. So, muna nakabalian na. Para din mo maglibog. Muna no, matay 1832025 minus 4025 squared over 13. Matik, gumitan na ang calculator, kuha na to pati ang sa SSY. So, same method. So, kaya nakuha naman tayo na itong mga value, pwede na tayo makasolve for our slope, which is, i-pass it to the double it to the next person na. Okay. Mura man ang part sa kong reporting guys. Goodbye na. By the way, I am Steven B. Salgas, your first reporter, and the next reporter will be Dash Pesasigo.
To continue, we will derive regression equation with this given formula. B is equal to sum squared xy over sum squared x, and y bar is equal to y over n, and x bar is equal to x over n. And to get the A, we have y bar minus b times x. The first formula is sum squared xy over sum squared x. This formula is used to solve for the B. So let's try to look at this given. The value of sum squared xy are just simply 2258.173077. And for the sum squared x, we have 471,869.2308. We get this number by adding all the total values of x. To get the quotient of b, we will be divided by the sum squared xy and sum squared x. We get this is the value of our b. The next formula that we are going to compute is given by the following: y bar is equals to y over n. We just need to substitute the value of each term. By getting the value of y, we calculate all the total results of y in order to have our answer 106.94 divided by the total number, which is 13. We get the final answer, which is y bar is equals to 8.226. The next formula that we are going to compute is given by the following: x bar is equals to x over n. We just need to substitute the value of each term. By getting the values of x, we calculate all the total results of x in order to have our answer 4205 divided by the total number, which is 13. We get the final answer, which is x bar is equals to 303.462. This is the answer for our x bar. Let's proceed on getting the a given the formula y bar minus b times x. Since we already have the value of our y bar, b, and x, we are just going to substitute the value of each terms. We have 8.226, that's the value of our y bar, minus 0.0048 times 323.462. We get a total of a is equals to 6.6733824. And this is the final answer of getting the A.
Since we have our values sa A and B, we are going to make our prediction equation ng formula kay y hat is equal to A plus bx. The value of our A that is computed using the formula nga A is equal to y bar minus bx bar nga 6.673 and ang B nga 0.0048. So we have our prediction equation nga y hat is equal to 6.673 plus 0.0048x. Our ANOVA for regression, null hypothesis, there is no regression between sa repair cost and replacement. While the alternative hypothesis, there is a regression between repair cost and replacement. So now, we are going to solve the sum of squares sa total, sum of squares sa regression, sum of square sa error. In solving the sum of squares sa total, we have our formula nga SSY is equal to summation of y squared minus summation of y squared over n. In the table, we have the value of summation of y squared nga 891.049 and summation of y nga 106.94 and our n is 13. So we will substitute those values sa atong formula and we have our equation nga SSY is equal to 891.049 minus 106.94 squared over 13, and we will get our sum of square total na 11.344. For our sum of squares sa regression, we have our formula nga SSR is equal to B times SSXY. We all know nga ang formula sa SSXY kay summation of XY minus summation of X times summation of Y over N. We have the values sa summation of XY nga 891.049 and summation of X na 4,205 106.94 sa summation of y, and the n is equal to 13. We will substitute those values sa atong formula, and we will get our sum of square regression nga 10.839. To get our sum of square for error, we just need to subtract those values nga atong nakuha sa SST and SSR. We have 11.344 sa SST and 10.839 sa SSR. At wala siyang i-subtract, so we have 0.505 for SSE.
In this part, we are going to check if it is a good prediction or not. So we will use the analysis of variance or ANOVA. It is used to compare the means of two or more groups of independent samples. As you can see here sa table, dali lang siya since ipangbutang lang nato ang mga na-compute na. From degree of freedom na atay 1 sa due to regression, as is na siya ang 1. Then due to error, we have n minus 2, which is equal to 11 since 13 atong n. And for the total of 12, ang degrees of freedom. Now, in sum of squares, we have SSR, which is equal to 10.839. SSC equals to 0.505. Then SST equals to 11.344. Now, for the mean of squared, MSR or mean square due to regression, i-divide lang ang SSR to 1, resulting to 10.839, and MSE or mean square due to error, i-divide ang SSTE to n-1, resulting to 0.0459. And for the fixed cost, MSR is divided into MSC, resulting to 236.144. And with that, we will be able to know if i-reject ba nato or accept ba nato ang null hypothesis or good prediction ba or not. As we can see here sa atong F table, at 1% from DF numerator, we have 1, and DF denominator, we have 11, and that result to 9.65. So our decision, since FC or fixed cost is equals to 236.144 is greater than 9 atong F table, which is 9.65, therefore we reject ang null hypothesis. So in conclusion, we conclude that the prediction equation is good prediction equation.
As we continue, we will now solve for the coefficient of determination, or simply called r squared. The formula for r squared is equal to SSR over SST times 100%. SSR stands for sum of squares due to regression, and SST stands for sum of squares due to total. Since SSR and SST is already solved, we will now input it to the said formula. SSR is equals to 10.839 and SSD is equal to 0.505 times 100%, then the r squared is equal to 21.46%. This means that 21.46% of the variation of the ratio of repair is explained by the replacement cost to the pipe diameter. The prediction equation is a good prediction. It is recommended to investigate the state of the pipe if it is ready for replacement and if it's okay for repair.